Welcome to the Ethical Affiliate, the podcast that's all about living life on your own terms through the exciting world of ethical affiliate marketing. I'm your host, Ida.
And I'm Tim.
And in each episode, we'll be exploring the possibilities, strategies, and mindset shifts that can empower you to build a business that aligns with your values and allows you to design the life you've always dreamed of.
Join us as we share our journey and hear from industry experts and successful affiliate marketers who have embraced this new approach to business. Discover the strategies they use to navigate the ever-evolving digital landscape, build sustainable income streams, and most importantly, live life on their own terms.
So buckle up and get ready for a journey into the world of ethical affiliate marketing. This is the Ethical Affiliate, where we believe that living life on your own terms is not just a dream, it's a reality waiting to be created. Thanks for joining us, and let's dive in. It's tea time. Welcome to episode number 10. That's 10. I can't believe we have done episode 10 already, Tim. That is crazy. It's crazy good.
I know. Double digits. We're in double digits.
I know. We are officially up and running. It's fantastic. I'm loving it. So how is your week? How's your week been?
I'll start with today, actually, because probably that's the thing I can remember the most quickly. Today I had maybe it started on Sunday because I had a team meeting with my little team. And
Beautiful.
one of the assignments, which we don't normally have, but one of the suggestions was we do more reels. So my sponsor, Upline, said, let's all do 5 reels each. So I said, yeah, absolutely, let's do that. And so today I did about 6 reels, recorded them, and went down to a beautiful lake, which was actually almost dry, but it looked beautiful on the maps. And then when I got there, it was like just a pile of mud. But anyway, I talked about various things about personal development and network marketing and stuff. So, oh, look, there's the phone, keeping it real. And so I was really pleased with that because I managed to smash out some reels that I realized that the thing with doing this sort of thing is you just keep going, which is what I talked about and actually talked about on the reel, that once you get a couple going, you just keep going on the day and it makes it so much easier. So really, in general, my week has been similar to that. I've been doing a couple of other reels the rest of the week. And I've moved location again for those people who know what I'm doing. I'm house sitting. So I'm now in a different location for about 4 or 5 days. And
nice.
And then I'm off again. So how about you?
You are the nomad. You are a nomad, Tim.
I know. It's I've refined the way to live with because I love cooking. So to me, to go with very few things for cooking is a real struggle. In fact, I have more cooking stuff than anything else. I have spices and things like that. So, yeah.
Sure. You know, and how great that you can actually live like this and run a business. Like, it's a pretty good that you can live this way, doing your house sitting and still be able to run your business.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
You know,
I set up last
it's fantastic.
had a lovely pool and a lovely table outside, and so it was absolutely fantastic. And then actually starting to get cold.
I was very jealous.
Moment, so there you go.
Right, beautiful, great.
And how was your week?
You're going to ask me how in my week? Thank you. I was going to say you're going to ask me or what?
No, I don't have to ask you.
I've had a really good week. I have become a certified neurotransformation therapist, and oh my goodness, there is I won't say what is crawling along my floor, but I'm going to leave it right there. So that was huge. I did 3 days with Luke Hawkins, and it was 3 12-hour days to come out as a certified practitioner. And it is life-changing, this kind of stuff. Working with the subconscious is absolutely amazing. Oh my God, there is a bug crawling next to me and I need to take care of it. But this is the beauty of podcasting. Go away. Ew. I don't know if you're going to cut that out, but if nothing else, it'll be entertainment for people that are watching.
Yes. Well, what everyone's Ida is actually doing some neurotransformation on a bug of some sort on the floor.
I've got to,
whilst
I've got
she's
to, I've got to
doing that,
sort it.
for those of you watching video, it's a fantastic view at the moment.
Ah,
We'll come
I
back
think it
online
should be right
shortly. I
now.
may or may not cut this out, I don't know, or maybe just a blooper reel. We'll see.
Beep.
How
Actually,
good
we
are
haven't
you?
done a blooper reel for a while.
No, we hadn't done many bloopers. That's why. Anyway, carry on.
Well, there's plenty here tonight.
There's one right there.
Yeah, so look, yeah, and it was amazing. What an incredible experience to work with Luke Hawkins. This guy is incredible. And for someone so young, he's been doing this coaching for about 10 years, and the impact it has had on people's lives, including my own, has been phenomenal. And so I'm about to launch into a coaching and therapy business as well as my affiliate business. And it's such a beautiful marriage of two different businesses that are steeped in health and wellness. So I'm over the moon, not to mention the shift, the internal shift that I've had within me. Now, anyone who's listened from the get-go knows of my issues with anxiety and depression. And I had such incredibly major breakthroughs over those 3 days. And I really feel that it's an absolute game changer. So, and it's really interesting. As soon as I made the decision to take this course and shift all of these internal blocks, I've had messages and calls. I've got calls booked for clients. I have a business call booked in for my affiliate marketing business. So things just started taking off. And that to me is so incredible and tells me that I'm very much on the right path. And it really shows me what happens when I show up for myself. So, anyone who's listening, go with your gut. And when you show up for yourself, everything does really fall into place. So celebrating big wins this week. Yeah.
I ask you what was going through your head when you were approaching signing up with this program?
I was a mess. I was actually in tears. The day that I had my strategy call with Jeremy, God bless him, who is someone who works alongside Luke, I was a mess. I was crying. I was absolutely beside myself with anxiety, and and he was wonderful. He talked me through it. I was really I was scared, but I felt so compelled to do that course because I had reached a point where I knew I just could not go on like this anymore. And I actually made the decision that I didn't want to continue this way, that there was so much stuff I wanted to complete, and I want my business to succeed. I want to be successful in life. I want my children to be successful. I want to be a good example for my kids. And it was just time. I thought, you know what, I've had enough of this. It's been a lifetime of struggle, and I'm ready to get rid of it. And as a result, I walked in. I was a little bit nervous, especially because it meant, again, investing money that I don't have. And there's more to that story too, interestingly enough. And I was really scared, but also very, very excited. And I made the decision to go into it completely open, and I surrendered to the process. Now, it's really interesting when we, like, I'm very good at tricking myself, especially when it comes to, I'm completely open. And, I recall a conversation I had with you the second night, and I wasn't completely open. And then I realized, as I had further breakthroughs on day 3, how important it is to be really self-honest, in this particular, Miss Noisy Head, my daughter, in this particular realm, when you're going in for self-improvement, especially. And look, I don't want to digress too much, but in business, mindset is so important. So if you have emotional blocks, you've got to face them. If you are not equipped with that, if you don't have that business acumen, in order to get to that place, you've got to clear your mindset. And there's a lot of peeling back of layers that you have to do before you can get to that. And so what I realized was that what I realized is that I lost my train of thought because there's a lot going on and I can't concentrate. So do you
That's
remember what
okay.
I was saying?
Yeah, well, you realize something going into it. So I was thinking, if we've all had so much practice in this fooling ourselves, haven't we? If we're of a
Yes.
certain age, particularly, we become really good at it. So good that actually we hide that from ourselves that we're actually doing it sometimes. So,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Being self-honest and holding yourself accountable and learning to recognize when you are actually lying to yourself. And that's really tricky, you know. So I learned that lesson.
yeah,
But, you know, also the importance of actually deciding that something is going to work for you, you know, and especially when you're working, when I was, you know, this neurotransformation therapy works a lot with the subconscious. And so I learned just how powerful our subconscious mind is and how much in control it actually is of our lives. So to be able to work with that and have major breakthroughs was so profound. So if anyone out there is looking into moving some blocks or getting rid of, you know, anything that is stopping them from moving forward, please reach out to me and, you know, reach out to my Facebook page. Link will be on my, in the show notes. And if you want to check out Luke Hawkins' work, by all means, he's lukehawkins.com. He's Australia's #1 neurotransformational therapy course master. He's an incredible coach, and he gave so much of himself. This incredible man who has been in the coaching business for 10 years gave us everything he had for 12 hours a day over 3 days.
yeah,
Right? And he was on every single moment that he was up teaching. He was engaging. And not only that, he kept our energy levels up. It was like nothing I've ever experienced. I have so much respect for him, so much so that I actually signed up to his business course and his master's course. And my plan is to actually crew for him when he puts on his intro, his practitioner course next year. So I've got so much to look forward to.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's good.
That's really good.
It's been my week.
Okay, so that's a great place to segue to, from what we could call soft tools of running your business and your life,
Yes.
to the hard tools, which curiously enough are all software. But anyway, let's just ignore that and keep on moving. So this week we were going to talk about the tools required or useful to run your affiliate marketing business, or indeed any online business. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, which we'd love to talk about. And we haven't planned this so much. So, Ida, are you familiar with Capcut?
Oh my gosh, I love CapCut. CapCut has been it's been wonderful. It's changed so much. It's changed everything for me because I would struggle a lot with Facebook is so clunky with reels and stories. Like it's really tough to work with. And once I discovered the joys of CapCut, it changed everything. So now I'm able to pop my reels up really easily, and the templates are amazing. And yeah, I love it. I love CapCut. I think it's actually an essential tool when you're working with social media.
Yes. Yes. No, that's good.
What about you?
I'm glad you're using it, because it's good you can talk about it and did talk about it. My only addition to it is, yeah, I love CapCut too. I use it both on mobile and on the laptop. And I found it, one of the things that I'll mention, which people who haven't used it should know, is that it does captions. So it'll actually just, the AI will read out your, so to speak, read out the words that you say in your video and then transcribe them. So you have captions, which obviously go in time with your voice. So here's the process I use. I don't use CapCut I just go down and make a video on my phone. And I'll talk about an alternative view in the next piece of software we're talking about. But so I just go out and make a video, then I upload it to CapCut, and I get it to transcribe in English, because the first thing that comes up is Arabic. And so I get it to transcribe in English, and it takes all of a couple of seconds, because
Wow, that's interesting that it wonder why it comes up in Arabic. That's odd.
There's a massive list of languages, which is quite extraordinary.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, well, actually, it's probably alphabetical. But no matter what I do, I can't get it to sit on English. But it was actually on Chinese, because it is a Chinese developed program. It was on Chinese until a few months ago, and now it's in Arabic. So, so that's one thing I do, and I can also put titles on. So I can put a title on the top to say, almost like a header to encourage people to look at the video, the reel. And then you can add music and stuff to it. Now, all that you can do on Facebook, but it's incredibly clunky, as you've seen. It's horrid. It's just horrid. I wouldn't even go there now. And so simply up, and then you can upload it to, you can actually sign into TikTok and YouTube, and you can upload it automatically from there, or basically I just download it, and then I get onto Facebook and upload it from there. So pretty much what you do, I suppose, what I've just said there. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Great.
I don't some things, sometimes I cut out things, and because I've been used to video editing for 10, 15 years now, and it's very much a copy of some other programs. So it's very easy to cut and paste and put things in. So I love it.
So you create your own templates, do you? So you use the templates?
No, I don't use templates at all. I don't use templates.
Ah, that's amazing. See, you're one up on me, because I use templates.
Don't bother with all that. Yep.
You don't?
No.
Oh, that's good. So you add your own effects and everything?
Yep, I can bash through that quite quickly now, because it's almost like an industry standard, some of the way they do things. I mean,
yeah, it is.
To cut a video and at a point is always Command B, whatever system you're using, whatever software. So thank goodness for that. B for blade.
Gotcha.
So I love it. I love it. It's in a way, it's if you want to do a lot more with it, it is getting better. But if you want to do some really serious video editing, it's probably way out of its league, but it's free. You can get a subscription, but it's free. So for the sort of stuff we're doing, videos and short, reels and shorter videos, and perhaps even longer videos, it's brilliant. I mean, we do this podcast on CapCut, and
we do.
Hour or so long, and there you go, done. That's pretty easy. So I put that.
You're such a legend, Tim. I've got to just take a minute, listeners, because Tim does all of the the back end work of this podcast. So I just show up and speak. So thank you so much, because honestly, if it wasn't for that, I don't know that this podcast would actually happen.
Well, my excuse is I actually love it. I love doing that sort of work.
That's good.
And luckily, with the weird lighting here, you wouldn't see me going red, so that was good. So, yeah, I'm happy to dive into that sort of tech stuff, particularly video and documentary stuff. So I love that. So the next one on my list is a thing called Descript, which was shown to me by a guy called Jerry Potter, who's a social media expert. And it's another level. Again, you can, actually with Descript, you can simply get it to record in any shape or form you want, so horizontal or vertical. It will transcribe your video, and you can cut pieces of the video out where you're going ums and you can ask it to just get rid of ums, and it'll get rid of ums, for example. And it'll shorten all that and make the video look pretty as much as you can, as long as you haven't moved a great deal in between saying things. So
that's amazing.
It's brilliant. It's fast. Again, it's you've got limited amount of hours you can do with the freebie, but I think the paid version is whatever, 15 Australian dollars a month. It's brilliant, and I haven't even started to use most of it yet.
Wow.
So I'd encourage people to look at that. It's a Descript, as in description, but without the "n." And it's got a whole lot of other stuff. Look, all these programs use AI as well, so it's almost, in a way, we will talk about AI specifically, but it's almost not worth saying anymore. Oh, look, it's got AI, because they all have AI. And
AI is it's become standard so much, so that, and it's moving so fast. They're having to introduce legislation
Yeah.
To
Yes,
state that you have to state that the images are AI. That's how scarily good
Hmm.
it is at the moment. So, and this is just the beginning. I really feel like oh my God, we are entering into unprecedented times,
We're going to
Tim.
look
Like,
back on this time,
wow.
probably like everyone before us, but we're going to look back on this time and go, oh my goodness, that AI was just so clunky and basic. We haven't seen anything yet, but the rate of acceleration is just insane. So
It is
instead of
insane.
going, oh, what's this going to be like in 20 years? What's this going to be like in 12 months? I mean, look at it already.
Who are these geniuses that are putting these things together? Who are they?
There's a lot of extremely intelligent, educated people, and a lot of them. But in general, some of them have even said, when we talk about ChatGPT, some of them actually said, we don't quite know how ChatGPT is doing what it's doing. So that's a scary thought.
Some that have actually created ChatGPT?
Some of the developers have said, we don't quite know how ChatGPT is coming up with some of the things it's coming up with. Not the cheap version, which really just puts words together, but the fully blown version. So it's interesting, and of course, this is a whole different topic. Probably not for this podcast, but it's interesting because there's a lot of concerned people about how do we control this thing.
Yeah, you're right. That is definitely
Self-learning.
that's a can of worms.
Yeah, it is.
That's a can of worms to open, but a
Massive.
conversation that I really want to have.
It is, and maybe we can slot it in one day.
Yeah, absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
it's fascinating, and it'll involve affiliate marketing, obviously.
Absolutely, it does. Like, affiliate marketing is the way of the future. We all know that.
So let's do that one day.
Yeah,
So
we'll absolutely do that. Yeah,
next one
yeah,
on my
yeah, yeah.
list, which I know you use and love too, is Canva. So, I mean, I love Canva because I don't know
Oh,
whether you know this, but it was developed in Australia, and it's been
I did not know that.
an insanely successful business. And yeah, it's made in. I'm not even. I'd love to say Melbourne because that's where I'm from, but I think it may be Melbourne or Sydney. Anyway, neither there. It's good to occasionally get these things where you go, wow, that's I didn't know that. So anyway, you chat about Canva.
I absolutely love Canva. It gives me the opportunity to get really creative. And I love working with it. I've done all of my artwork and all of my page stuff. I'm still really new at it too. So I'm such a novice with things like this. And Canva's so easy to use.
Yeah.
It is so easy to use. And whoever developed it just did such a great job with thinking about everything and covering all bases. You can design websites, documents, journals, Facebook, landscape posts, Instagram posts, you name it, you can do it. You can create your own diaries, you can create your own little movies. Like it's got everything. It's bloody amazing. It really is.
It's they've actually they have put a phenomenal amount of work into it, and the things that it can do now, and I've been using it for a long time. It blows my mind of some of the things that's got in there that I didn't know they've got.
Magic AI. Do you know Magic AI?
I do use that now, but not so much. But I tell you one thing, the AI will do that a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people have heard of Canva. So I'm wary of just going over something perhaps people have heard of, but maybe there aren't. For example, you can create. If you go into an Excel spreadsheet and write out a whole lot of quotes, or actually just things you want to talk about briefly, you can upload that to Canva, and it'll create 10 or 20 or 30 Instagram posts using different pictures. It'll just replace the words in a template. So you can do that in seconds. Things like that. It's just like, oh my goodness, this is incredible.
Yeah, that's insane. See, and I haven't even scratched the surface of it.
Yeah. And of course, we do
really.
Webinars. We created our webinar, so
we
Microsoft
did.
PowerPoint used to be
Well, you created it. we worked together, but you created it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
A lot of the other, like Microsoft PowerPoint used to be the thing to do that in, and that's still a good rock solid program, but that's all it does pretty well. So the next one I've got on is actually Notion, which I know you don't know much about. Is that right?
No,
Okay.
I can't say I've heard of Notion.
Notion is
Oh,
a
I
slightly
like to
different
know
thing.
it.
It's a how would I describe Notion? I don't know. It's kind of a repository for everything, every thought that goes in your head, every image that you want to capture off the web, if you want to
Really?
collaborate with people, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's well, everyone knows Wikipedia. I'm sure that's pretty
Yeah.
well known.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it into a wiki where every single thing that you've learned, known, or wanted to find out about can be put in that. It's your own external brain, put it that way. It can be.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
It also does Kanban, which is where you move something along a line. So it's a to-do thing, in progress, done. You can create things like that. What else do I use it for? That's a lot of it. Obviously, you can categorize things into folders. So I'm learning harmonica. So I've got a harmonica folder, and I've got another folder which comes off that, which talks about players, techniques, and all this different stuff. And it just kind of keeps everything in one place. That's possibly
Wow.
the downside. It's a massive program that's probably got a fairly steep learning curve, but it's insanely handy, and you don't have to dive straight in. You can start very simply, like it's not perfect for this, but you can use it as a word processor as well. And for example,
Okay.
I keep all my posts there categorized under when I do them and when they're posted and where they're posted to. So it does stuff like that, so I don't repeat myself.
Wow.
Things I think of, I'd love to do that. It goes into Notion, and then I come back whenever and go, they're in the queue.
Yeah. Wow.
That'll be in the notes, of course. People can have a look at that. It's free, mostly. I don't know how they do it, but it's free, and it is a brilliant program. And if you use anything like Apple Notes or Evernote, which used to be very
I do. I use sorry to interrupt, 'cause
no,
that's
no,
just
no,
what I
go
do.
for it.
I use Pages, and it's a pain.
Yeah,
It's really painful.
yeah, no, that's yeah, not efficient.
No, not even close
Look,
to efficient.
I agree. I've got
But
thousands
neither
of
am I. So
perfect, perfect.
match made in heaven.
Right, we're not ending yet, but let's finalize this particular topic on the two AI programs we know about, which is
Yeah.
obviously ChatGPT. You might want to
Yes,
talk about that, your
ChatGPT.
experiences.
That's pretty. Yeah, my experience with ChatGPT has been really, really good. That said, um, the very first few times I used ChatGPT, I thought, oh my God, that's amazing. But after a while, it was like, yeah, I can tell when someone's used ChatGPT and it just doesn't sound authentic enough. Like I have to keep prompting it. So ChatGPT is something that you need to keep prompting, and it kind of needs to get to know you per se. Um, so after a while, if I kind of got a bit frustrated with it. So, and I found that I'll still use it for certain things because I still think it's really handy. Um, and I love that it's free. Um, but yeah, look, there's other stuff that's coming out that just blows it out of the water, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But look, just before we get onto that other amazing stuff that's blowing ChatGPT out of the water, I've got to say one of the things I absolutely love, and I honestly mean this, is the value that you get out of these programs for free. I love that the creators of this have made it so accessible to everybody. And really, you can do whatever you want on these programs for nothing. And it's not until your business levels up that you then can upgrade to the professional mode. And I just love that. And I think that's very indicative of where we are headed business wise, where our ethics are headed in terms of how businesses are run. And it's great to see.
Yeah.
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 Very happy to be a part of that movement.
Yeah, it's extraordinary. So it's a whole different business model. I mean, when I started doing video stuff, documentary type thing, I was using Apple's Premiere product then, and it was something like $800 or $900. And it is a fully blown, full feature film editor. It's brilliant, but I didn't use it for that. I didn't need it for that. And now we've got things which are free, which will do all the work I need to do. And that's just extraordinary.
Wow.
Extraordinary.
I forgot that you make documentary films. That's one of the things that you do, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't for a while. I'd love to get back into it again.
Oh, I think that's that. Yeah,
Exploring.
absolutely.
I'm fascinated about people's journeys. So it's a big project because it's a massive amount of work, even as a solo person. To be clear, I haven't made a lot of documentaries. I've made short documentary style things. So
You're very, yeah.
So I love that. I love the interview process and just finding out about people, which is kind of why we're doing this, but I've also done a similar thing called Magic Mondays, which is interviewing people in the industry. So
yeah, that was one of the first things I saw.
So that's very simple, but I'd also love to do some other things about people making things and stuff. A bit more interesting.
Well, I'm going to hold you to that.
Right.
I'm actually going to hold you to that.
All right.
Mr. Greg.
We'll have that conversation another day. So, seeing we are the ethical affiliate, I'd love to point out something. I wrote a post about this. Someone posted about ChatGPT a while ago, and it was this. I'll read it out. Number 1, prompt AI ChatGPT with your copywriting goals. Number 2, watch it create in seconds! ! 3, post and watch affiliate commissions rolling in. I just thought that is ridiculous. That's not
that is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. That was actually posted on Facebook, to which I
Yeah,
responded.
no, it doesn't work that way.
As I want. But we know that, look, I know a bit about what they call prompt engineering. I know that you can train ChatGPT to talk in your own voice, and you must do it in the same channel all the time. And it is good at it to a point, but I found it loses it. And for some reason, you go back into the same stream of consciousness and say, please write me something. And all of a sudden I'm a different person again. And it's
that's right.
It's frustrating. As a writer, I find it so much faster to just do my own stuff. It's great for ideas. I love it for ideas.
It is good for ideas. Yeah.
It's 2 years out of date with the web. So it's not up to date with a lot of stuff, but it's got limitations. So let's talk about the new thing where we had a demo of today. Which
that's exciting. That's something.
We will list in the show notes. And dear listener, I am, will be, and Ida will be an affiliate of this program, I suspect. So
I absolutely will be.
Pass some fees on to us, but that's not what this is about, because we're just so excited to see this. And it was a very short demo in some ways, but what we saw was just insane. It was just incredible.
Yeah, it really was.
It's AI, of course. Let's talk about that. It is AI. It takes talking to your own voice, your brand voice, in a way that's just it's probably scary, actually, I would imagine, because you'd be looking at going, oh, I'm talking to myself here. There's going to be moments. I suspect there's going to be moments when you're just going to be blown away by the likeness to ourselves.
That was really mind-blowing. I'm sorry, I keep talking over the top of you, Tim. No, I'm so sorry.
There's a 3,500 kilometer delay. Come
on. That was mind-blowing. The demonstration that both you and I saw today, it blew me away. I was actually sold within the first 5 minutes of speaking with Janine. It was Janine, wasn't it? Yeah. Lovely lady, by the way. So within the first 5 minutes of speaking with her, I just knew that this was something that we were going to use. So I'm really looking forward to actually signing up for that.
It's we should call it what it's called too. It's called Genius.ai.
Genius.ai.
Again, it's got, because we only had a short demonstration, it's got a lot of things we didn't see that it's capable of doing. I mean, writing posts is probably the simplest thing it can do, but
yes,
it will be able to post directly to Facebook and various social media things, which is great, which is really good. Sometimes they turn that off after a while because Facebook doesn't like that. But we'll see. Anyway, you can copy and paste as you do with ChatGPT, so that's no big deal. But just its ability to know your market, I think that's probably the secret. It knows you and your market and your brand and your avatar and your niche so well, very quickly, that it's going to be a phenomenal time saver, phenomenal, and it's going to open
Yeah.
up new markets that you never even thought of. And of course, you
Yeah,
can
it
apply
really
it to
is.
any business you're in. So you, in your case, and me, I suspect going forward, we'll have a coaching business, each kind of thing. You'll be able to build a brand, build your voice about that, and just build businesses so much faster than you ever could.
Absolutely. And look, I'm continually blown away by the progress that's being made and how quickly one can actually catapult their business and lives with what's available. I mean, man, oh man, our kids are lucky. My daughter she's turning 12 this year. By the time she's 20, I actually can't even imagine what she's going to be able to do.
Totally get it.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
Yeah.
Totally. Just a quick note, Genius is not, it was built from the ground up. I just read this today. It was built from the ground up to do the job it's doing. It doesn't use ChatGPT. It draws from a whole lot of other AI, and it's developing its own AI, because a lot of people are now, I don't know how, but they're building things very similar to ChatGPT. So the race is slowing down for them. But this was built entirely from the ground up to do just what it's doing, and which takes it to a whole different level, as you can imagine. So ChatGPT is a generalized thing for what's called a large language model. It uses language.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing like a specialized thing. For example, Canva just does the job it does, and Genius AI is just built for this sort of business. Any business.
It really is. Yeah.
So
Yeah. And even the layouts too. You can actually run several different businesses through your platform.
Yeah.
And that's what I found impressive. So you can have everything all in the one place,
And
you know, which is especially good when you have a laptop.
Yeah.
And you're working, you know, you don't have to keep switching from different windows to different windows, because it drives me insane.
Yes.
Everything's all in one place.
Yeah. And for people in network marketing, you can also have different streams for your team underneath you, so you can create their branding strategy, so to speak, and then help them the first couple of months of posts and things to get them off the ground. So there's just a lot of stuff. I mean, we don't even know.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Because we saw such a short amount of it. But yeah, I love your idea of we're trying to get everything into one place, or at least one or two places. So you might finally be able to store a lot of stuff in there rather than do Pages or Word or whatever you happen to be using. For example, if someone maybe applies pressure to you to do that.
Yes.
Or gentle reminders. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yes, you could save everyone, not you, I'm not picking on you. Everyone can save a lot of time. I see a lot of inefficiency in the way people do things. So I'm guilty too. I've got.
Are you saying I'm inefficient, Tim?
No, not at all. I was talking about myself.
No. Don't try and back out now, buddy.
I still use Apple Notes to store things really quickly, and then I regret it because I've got to go through miles and thousands of notes. One day I might actually get through all that. So yeah.
I own the fact that I'm incredibly inefficient, but I'm a work in progress. So, you know, I will get there. So what you been reading, Tim?
There's 6 tools that will help anybody get to there. And as I did a reel today on this and said that we're not going to make this complicated. There's actually thousands of things we haven't covered. I mean, literally, and probably most of them AI now, image makers and stuff I see.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've seen them too. That's
YouTube
scary.
About, 20 things to run your business, and that's great, but it's like, oh my, this is just way too much. But they're insanely brilliant. It's just, there's stuff out there, and then obviously it's coming every day. It's incredible.
It is.
So that's really about it for today's topic from both of us in a way. Would you like to round up on that or add to that, or?
No, that's perfect. I kind of jumped in early with the what you reading segment, so I'll try again. What you been reading?
Oh, well, okay, yes. I haven't actually read much this week. Well, I have, but I've been jumping around a bit, so it's a little bit hard to talk about that. But what I will say is that, again, Fiona, my sponsor, Upline, has said that she'd love us to read The Secret, not The Secret, The Magic by the Rhonda, the secret author. And so we're starting on Wednesday. It's 28 days. So we're going to do 28 days of that, read through The Magic and do some posts about that. So really
Beautiful.
That's what I'll be doing. And look, it's 6 or 7 pages each chapter. I think it's not a lot to it.
Yeah, it's actually it's a great book. It's a great book to go through as a reminder to center yourself.
Yes.
Because it's really easy to kind of get lost in the noise. And I find The Magic is a really great book to come back to get centered. Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice work. I might actually do the same.
Yeah, I'm reading a couple of other things, which one I mentioned last time, which was the one about Gurdjieff, which is pretty heavy going. I love it.
About who?
Gurdjieff, the philosopher, and he talks about a lot about why we're here and how we're connected in the world and stuff. So
nice.
for me, for life, it's great. For affiliate marketing, it's not quite so important, but it gives you an overall view of what we're here for. So I'm kind of got a couple of other books on the go with that too.
Nice.
To add to the cooking mix. So what are you reading at the moment? Or not?
Well, I have to say this week I have not been reading anything except for my neurotransformation therapy manual.
Yes, you'll have
so that's been my focus this week, which has been incredible. Yeah, been really, really busy, really super busy, getting on top of that. And yeah, so that's been the extent of my reading. But I do a lot of listening too. So I still listen to Mel Robbins because, she's always in my corner. I love, love, love listening to her. And yeah, and I just want to make a little special mention, and it's got absolutely nothing to do with affiliate marketing, but it has to do with the Asher House, which is an animal sanctuary rescue place that I was actually telling you about today, Tim. I don't know if anyone out there knows about the Asher House, but a gentleman, Lee Asher, he runs an animal sanctuary over in the States, and he's got a show called My Pack Life, and he goes and he rescues dogs are his main thing, but he also rescues pigs, and he's got llamas, and he is just the most, oh my God, he's just the most beautiful human. And the way he loves and cares for his animals is an absolute joy. So if anyone out there feels like a pick-me-up and wants a bit of faith restored in the world, look him up, the Asher House, My Pack Life, which is a show on Animal Planet, and his name is Lee Asher, and we'll pop the link in the show notes. And he's just recently released a range of dog food, dog treat products, and CBD oils and all sorts of wonderful things. And I just think he's such a gem. We need more of him in the world. And yes, I just want to give him a quick plug.
Yeah, good idea. No, we will put that in the show notes, and also Luke Hawkins.
And Luke Hawkins, yeah.
First time I heard about that was today, as you said, and so I'm interested in following that up too, because I love animals. I'm with dogs every day. So that's one of the house sitting challenges I have. That's the last place with 2 rescue dogs, and they were quite reticent to have new people in the house. And one of them was the lady who owned the house said, "Oh, Sadie will run around a table when you're trying to take them for a walk, and she's almost impossible to get." Eventually, which is great when you're house sitting.
Can you record that, please? Because I want to see it.
I've finished with that one now, but it's like, oh, great, that's fantastic to know that. So to be honest, we didn't go for walks for a few days because I couldn't get the dog.
Oh my gosh.
They're little dogs in
I said we should record it that.
With an outside area, so I wasn't too fast. But eventually, basically the short of this is that I won the dog over. The dog eventually came to me to have its leash on, which she hasn't accomplished yet. And also,
Oh,
I've got
wow.
pictures of me sitting with the dog in my lap, patting it because it obviously miss company, and something's happening with
Yeah.
us. It's a little Maltese, and it's got the Maltese Shih Tzu look where its teeth come out. It's got underbite, so it's got two teeth, and it looks like Dracula. And it's
I
not the
love
most.
that.
Only a mother would love this dog, but
Oh,
but
they're
I
so
the
beautiful.
short part of the story is sometimes I get this attachment to these dogs, and it's like, see you later. It's been a month or something. You'll never see me again. And I really wonder what goes through these dogs' heads sometimes. Their owners disappear, and then quite quickly, normally they just get used to us or me, and then
Mm.
disappear again, and their owners come back. It's like, I don't know what they think. I'll never find
They're
out.
probably traumatized and curled up in a
Well,
fetal
there's a bit of
position in
that.
the corner.
Anyway, you prompted that, so it's nothing to do with affiliate marketing, but
That's okay.
it's an interesting thing. So
Beautiful.
we've completed podcast number 10, so well done. High five to you.
Well done, Tim. Well
Amazing.
done to you.
And
Couldn't do this without you. So grateful for you, buddy.
I'll just be talking to myself otherwise. So, and the rest you do.
I do that all the time.
Well, with Judy's AI, you'll get used to it now. You better have really good
That's right.
conversations.
I will.
So
Yes, I will.
whatever this segment is, we're now in the second 10 of our podcast. So anyway, we're in double digits. I guess that's it. So we'll end up, we're looking forward to doing triple digits a while off.
Ah, man, I can't wait. Onwards and upwards.
So, dear listener, please like, subscribe, share, most importantly, and boost our numbers. We see our numbers climbing. It's a little podcast, but it gives us a thrill, and we love doing it.
Yeah, thank you to all of the people that take the time to listen. Without you, this is kind of pointless. So thank you to our beautiful listeners. We appreciate you. Please say hi on our Facebook page. We'll give you a shout out on the episode.
Yes, that's a great idea. And
Because we would love to hear from you. We want to interact with our audience. We're actually quite desperate too. And I think one day, Tim, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to put you on the spot.
I know what you're going to say.
I think we should do a Q&A one. We have a Q&A episode,
I was
where
just going to say the same thing. Let's I was going to say, people, please ask us questions and we'll answer them on the podcast. But yes, we can do a whole segment every now and then on that. That'd be great.
Yeah, so absolutely. So all my buddies that download and listen to this, ask us some questions, we want to interact. So now that tea time is done, I can't wait till we have tea again, which will be next week.
We were planning to have an interview next time, but I think that might be a couple off. Perhaps, would that be right?
Yep. We're rescheduling that one. I don't know about you, but I have no idea what we're going to talk about next week, which is just the way I like it. But I'm sure we will come up with something really interesting and engaging for you all. And if anyone wants to hear about anything in particular to do with affiliate marketing, please visit our Facebook page. It's the link is there. I think it's Facebook // The Ethical Affiliate, and drop us a line and let us know what you want to know, and we'll talk about it. Awesome.
Thanks, Aiden. Thanks, listener.
Thanks, Tim. See you next week.